You're watching Escape Adulthood Live, your #1 source for long-lasting, fast-acting, physician-approved adultitis relief.
On this week's show, we're making a big announcement talking about the history of Happy Meals and an old-timey habit for improving the health and happiness of your family.
Greetings and salutations.
And thank you for shenanigating with us tonight. I see so many awesome folks here joining us. And hello, Elizabeth from Indiana. And I see...
we got New Zealand in the house tonight.
Catherine is with us. Paul and Kara from Arizona. Jen from North Carolina. Mike from way over... What does Mike call where he lives? What? Tell us.
He'll tell us.
Yes, it's like Wauwatosa, but you guys have a cool nickname for it, and I can't remember.
Rachel says that they had dessert nachos in prep for the show tonight. I wonder what is involved with dessert nachos. We had tachos tonight.
But not just any tachos. Chili tachos. We say in unison.
Where's my...
Heck yes, I did.
That's right. That's right.
Chili tachos. That was like... completely yummy.
So, for those of you who are uninformed, tachos are nachos, but with
the
tots.
sha. Waukesha. Okay. The sha.
Yeah,
okay. Totally. I knew it was something cool. I wish our town... Well, we have Mad City. Yeah. As Amy put up, right?
Yeah.
So, anyway, we have some really awesome things tonight. And I want to point out, we're going to be starting this to share because we're so excited to be able to celebrate our Wonder and Whimsy Society member birthdays. You know, how many weeks are we
Carrie's
into the Wonder?
Their nachos too.
Yeah. I wish you could show a picture.
It's becoming a thing. It's becoming a thing. You're doing this show right if you're having some sort of form of nachos while you...
Ritual, you guys. Yeah. No, this is like actually quite a Escape Adulthood adultitis fighting tip, is to associate fun things with more fun things.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. So when you do something fun, bring something more fun into it.
It's like you layer fun.
Yeah, it's kind of like nachos. First you have the chips.
Yeah.
Then
chip layer fun. Then a meat layer fun. And
little onions on top, little salsa.
And then because we're in Wisconsin, there's another cheese layer and another cheese layer and another cheese layer of fun. Yes.
Gross.
No, it's not gross. Not gross. It's awesome.
So let's talk about some... Yeah, it is.
Like
it is that awesome. Let's talk about a few Wonder and Whimsy Society member birthdays. On Sunday, we celebrated Lynn Major's birthday. Lynn is a long-time Escape Adulthood adultitis fighter. Mm-hmm. Monday, we had Katie Bischoff and Shia Johnson. We hope you guys had a good birthday. And today, is she on? Mary Beth Updike? Mary Beth, when you watch this, if you're not on live yet, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
That's exciting. And then on Monday, which will be before the next show, is Gal Richardson, who pops in quite a bit, and Jill Tarrant. So happy birthday, Wonder and Whimsy. Do we have like a little happy birthday song or something?
No, but we have this.
I do love that. So happy birthday, guys.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, October would be a good month for a birthday, I think, because it's a little farther away from the holidays. Our poor kids, they're all lined up right by the holidays. And
well, speaking of our poor kids, we just...
This is our new segment, Our Poor Kids.
We've had a tradition. I've been reading the Harry Potter book series with the kids. Started out with Lucy. The other ones have picked up as we've gone along, but we are in the middle of the last book, and
it's getting intense, guys. We're just a decade behind. Okay,
I don't want to spoil it, but I think Harry's toast. I think Harry...
Don't spoil it for them.
We just read about his wand getting broken.
Yikes.
It's not good. It's not good.
Is that why you wore this like flash shirt?
No,
it's like a little lightning bolt for his forehead.
It's I don't know. It's sad that it's really taken such a turn, and I don't think there's any hope at all for Mr. Potter. But we'll keep reading.
What are you, about 25%?
No, we're about halfway.
Are you?
We're halfway.
Okay.
So our goal is to finish it by Halloween, so we can watch the last movies over Halloween weekend. So it's going to be tight. We've been hauling. We've been hauling, but we're
Yeah, you guys are hauling.
once you get to a certain point in the book, you kind of just got to keep going because you get all the good stuff starts happening. But yeah,
It's pretty exciting. Yeah.
So we wanted to remind you, and if you're watching this live, and even if you're not watching this live, to share this
Yes.
with other people that you think might enjoy it, because we've got some really cool things coming up. We're going to be talking about, as Kim said, an old-timey habit that needs to come back for all of us. We've got
Does this involve mustaches?
no.
Okay.
But we do have a cool announcement that we're going to be sharing in a few moments as well. So we're
But
excited
most
about
of
that.
all, the main reason to share it is because you may have noticed that adultitis is exposing itself. Which sounds
Holy nightmare.
That's actually a really
Do we have
gross
a
way
graphic
to, yeah,
of that?
no, but it's really
It's exposing.
it is. It's just nasty.
Adultitis is like a nasty old man.
Oh,
exposing itself.
well, most old men are nasty, but
No, I said
Yeah, okay.
nasty. The blanket statement, all old men are nasty. And it's just a matter of time before I too am nasty.
well, you know.
Gross.
So please share that so that adultitis can go away for somebody tonight, like one
Yes.
person, you know.
So we appreciate that.
Yes.
But let us get into we're gonna do a little time machine segment, right, Kim?
Yes.
All right, well tonight we are talking about Happy Meals. What memories do you have of Happy Meals, Kim? Do you have any?
Never being allowed to get one. With 4 children, we got a small fry and split it between all 4 of us. So
Did you walk uphill both ways?
I will say that there were maybe like 2 times in my childhood I can remember getting a Happy Meal, and it was the best day ever. You know?
We didn't do Happy Meals all that much, but
Yeah.
that's what makes it special.
Right.
I remember when we did the very first escape plan. That was one of the things that I
Yes,
did. Was I
right.
I think it was like do something that's inappropriate for someone of
Yeah,
your age, and
yeah.
ordered Happy Meals, and
And
That
we
was
got
pretty rad.
Barbie toys, which was a little bit of a
I still
disappointment.
got that necklace,
It was
but
a Barbie necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's one thing that they've never really been great. The prizes, they're really on par with the
The box.
the Cracker Jack prizes.
Yeah.
The idea
Yeah.
is better than reality.
Yeah.
And that's, now that I'm saying this is exactly why we do Wonder and Whimsy Society. Not the only reason, but
Yeah.
like we just mailed out the boxes to everyone for the October mystery mailing.
Yes.
We do quarterly mystery mailings, and I hope, and we've gotten confirmation, but I
No,
hope,
not everybody's gotten it yet.
no, but
Okay.
we've gotten confirmation from people who've received them
Yes.
that they're good.
Yes.
Like, I hope that you don't have that disappointment of a Happy Meal toy or a Cracker Jack.
Oh, the Happy
Like,
Meal
that's-
toy disappointment.
That's my point. Is like I want to. The anticipation is exciting. We talked about anticipation a few weeks ago, but like then to be able to follow it up with something that's actually cool
Mhm.
is, I think, where we try to right wrongs.
Yes,
Right?
and they're bringing up some really good points. You guys are. Amanda Inman says the teeny beanies. That was one of the best.
That was
things.
the high point, wasn't
Yep, the
it?
teeny beanies were huge. I know exactly what year that was. It was like 1996, 97, because I remember working and the people I worked with at the time were collecting them. It was a blast, right? And then
Kathy Rose says in the early '60s she had regular McDonald's meals pretty often. My mom didn't like to cook,
see,
and that's the thing
Yeah.
is like her friends are probably like lucky, right?
right.
You know?
So, but who else? Let's see. Someone else said, "Oh, Jody said the Minion prizes this summer were awesome." So yeah, they hit some. Like when
good.
they partner with the right licensing team, I think is part of
Yep.
it. And maybe it's just your preference, but I know so many times the kids will get like a toy, and you're kind of like, "What's?" I know there's a sound here.
This one.
Yeah. And maybe maybe it's not about the toy, it's about anticipating the toy. So maybe the joy is still there, but
Yeah. Well, it's good
The
to know.
follow-through.
Jen says the box was the best this week. You made me very happy and no disappointment.
yay.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Lisa said, "I'm loving the red box." Mary Beth says the mystery mailing was awesome, so much fun.
Happy
So
birthday, Mary Beth.
that's awesome. Red
Yeah.
box was full of the best goodies. Cool. I'm glad to
Yeah.
hear that. I'm glad to
Yeah.
hear that. But yeah, I wanted to give a little background
where
on
did this
Happy
come
Meals, 'cause
from?
it's kind of it's kind of fascinating. So the Happy Meal was introduced in 1979, which is only a year after.
I was born.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As I was in the middle of saying that, I'm like, am I not supposed to say that out loud?
Did he see his face? He was like
I was
nervous.
like, oh.
I actually thought you were trying to think if it was you or me that was born. So that's funny.
No, I was going to reference that but you went right into it. So there you go. So McDonald's was actually founded in 1955. So it was more than 20 years after McDonald's was founded that the Happy Meal came about. Now this is amazing. I did not know this.
Okay.
After McDonald's employee Yolanda Fernandez de Cofino created Menu Ronald, which combined a hamburger, small fries, and a small sundae specifically for young customers in Guatemala. This is where the origins came from. All right. The company's advertising executive, Bob Bernstein, brought the idea stateside and swapped out ice cream for toys. So, like, Bob Bernstein gets the credit because he branded it, he called it Happy Meals, but the idea, Menu Ronald, is from a woman in, and I think, I don't have it here, but I think it was her husband was one of the owners of that franchise, and she came up with it.
That's so cool. Wow.
Bernstein often noticed his young son at the breakfast table poring over the various items on cereal boxes. Story of my life. Why not do that for McDonald's? The package is the key. He then called in his creative team and had them mock up some paperboard boxes fashioned to resemble lunch pails with McDonald's golden arches for handles. He then named it the Happy Meal, and it was successfully introduced with TV and radio spots and in-store posters. You imagine like having to announce and advertise Happy Meals, like to tell people what it is.
That tells you how far we've come.
Yeah, started in the Kansas City market in 1977, and then the national rollout happened in 79. So, and then the first toys, so we were talking about toys, the first one, they had like different things. They had either a McDoodler stencil, a McWrist wallet, an ID bracelet, a puzzle lock, a spinning top, or a McDonaldland character eraser.
What's a puzzle lock?
It's probably like one of those like things that unlock that like you twist it around.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then, as we pointed out, I think Jody talked about the Minions. Happy Meal is often themed to promote a family-oriented film. The first one, do you have any guess what the first movie themed?
I'm going to guess E.T.
That's not a bad guess.
Okay.
That's not a bad guess. Does anyone have a guess on what the first movie that was promoted with Happy Meals? We'll give you a second to chime in there. I'll get back to that. So in 2011, they tried to make them happier. I'm not happier, healthier. Happier, I guess. But that's when they added the apples.
Okay.
And they made the fries smaller.
Okay.
So to their credit, they didn't take the fries out.
Yeah.
They left them
It
in.
is a tiny little fry.
Smaller portion.
Yeah.
Added in apples.
Okay.
That was that. And then let's see, we're getting some. Okay.
Yeah, Amanda guesses Aladdin, which
Aladdin
is a good guess.
It's earlier than Aladdin.
Okay.
I will tell you that it's earlier than Aladdin.
Muppet
Lisa,
movie.
Muppet movie. That's a good.
Which reminds me, people were talking earlier in the chat about those glasses that the restaurants used to have.
Yes.
But that didn't have anything to do with the Happy Meals.
No,
you could just purchase
Pizza
a
Hut
glass.
had
Yes, with those licensed characters.
Brenda says Star Wars, and you are very close.
How can you be close to Star Wars and not be Star Wars?
Yes. Star Trek, 1979. So that was like right away they went into the thing. But the Star Trek meal was the first promotion.
Okay. Muppets is a good guess. I agree with
Jen
because that was a big deal in the 80s, right?
Yeah, Star Wars was a good guess. It's about that time. And then the last little note of trivia I have is that, and I don't remember this, McDonald's 2014, they introduced a mascot to Happy Meals. Do you remember that? United States? 14, so 6 years ago.
No.
And his name was Happy, who originated in France as early as 2009
Oh, wow.
But reactions were mixed, with criticism that the mascot's design was too frightening. Too frightening.
Do you have a picture of this?
I don't.
Oh,
I failed.
happy.
I failed all of you.
Oh.
Failed you. I failed myself. I was so excited to be able to share that tidbit.
Heck yes, I did.
Heck yes, you did. You failed us.
You have to explain it.
Oh,
I apologize.
Maybe we could have a follow-up next week. Why was he frightening? I mean, I don't even have any memories of Happy, to be honest.
Probably short-lived, but
yeah. Oh boy. Well, that was definitely when we had kids. So, but
yeah, I
was
bet
it
if
on
I
our
saw
radar?
it, I'd recognize it.
You think
I
so?
bet. Yeah.
like Paul, I love that.
Like Ronald wasn't scary.
This is a nice follow-up to our clown discussion. Was that last week or the
That
week
was just
before?
last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is.
Interesting times.
Yeah.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
All right, you guys, we have a very, 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 very special announcement. Kim is pregnant. No.
No. This baby
Why
came
were you
out.
so horrified? The calendars are here.
And it is beautiful. The Wonder Whimsy Society members may already have had a peek at this, but I will say someone mentioned that the cover is way cooler in person, and I would agree. Well, I don't know what it looks like on the screen. I haven't analyzed it, but it's really shiny and cool. But here they are, guys.
We got the special. We may have shown that when we were doing it, but the fireflies have
pops.
a little
Yeah.
glossy pop on them.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
it does add a lot to that. So many of these pieces will be very familiar to you. If someone wants to throw their birthday up in the comments, we'll look it
that's a good
up
question.
and look up what your birthday celebration is. And while we're at it, we should do Mary Beth Updikes, who is today.
although this is for next year.
Yeah,
next year's
this
birthday.
is next year's birthday.
It's not necessarily this year.
No.
But for those of you who are unaware, this calendar has 365 holidays in it,
Yes.
and
Every day
gives you a
is
reason to
something to
celebrate
celebrate.
every day.
And the 14th next year, Mary Beth, so you can start planning for next year's birthday, is, oh my gosh, it's so funny. Are you
What is
ready?
it?
Be Bald and Free Day.
All right,
So,
you
I
got to
don't-
do it. You got to do it. If you get the calendar, you got to do what it says. That's all there is.
Maybe a
What
bald
about
cap.
Kathy Rose? She's 720.
7/20.
Next year's birthday.
July birthday. July 20th is Fortune Cookie Day.
Ooh, that's
that
fun.
might be a
That's
little
fun.
easier than the Bald Day.
How about Brian? Brian's 1220.
12/20.
The day
Ooh.
after our daughter's birthday.
Yes, right before Christmas. All right, Brian, Go Caroling Day, which we should do sometime.
That's how we met.
I know.
Believe
we
it or
literally
not.
met
That is how we
Christmas
met.
caroling. Yep.
It's a very cheesy story, but true.
It is true.
True. Amy Payne, March 22nd.
Ooh, another March friend. I share that month with you, Amy. March 22nd, is
Yep.
it?
Mhm.
Okay. Ooh, this is good for you, Amy. You ready? As Young as You Feel Day.
Mhm.
That's cool, because you can always
So
feel.
some days it's like 85
Well,
for me.
yeah.
Just when the weather turns and my knee gets
Yeah,
wonky.
recently quite a bit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right, one more. What do you got?
How about Catherine, April 17th?
April 17th is Haiku Day.
Haiku Day.
Can you write a haiku
Nope.
right here? Nope, me neither.
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
So it's one of those things that we love, because not only does it create so much spontaneity, but we see teams taking this, and then especially in workplaces or with friends, they actually plan ahead and do a couple of these days together, and it's just a good excuse to have a little extra fun, layering the fun, guys.
Yeah,
I'm
nacho
telling you,
fun.
nacho fun.
Wendy's got a question for you, Kim.
Is Jason a good singer? Oh, hold on a second. Let me think about that.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Jason is really talented at the visual arts. If you may not have experienced, oh yeah, you may have seen some of his artwork.
Can't
before.
do it all, folks. Can't do it all. That's all I got to say about that. One more note on the calendar. So we print only a certain number of these every year. So far, every year they sell out.
Mm-hmm.
they just went on sale today, and they're already flying off the shelves.
Yay!
So we have a special deal where if you buy, they're $20 a piece. If you buy 5 or more, it goes down to $15. And if you buy 20 or more, 20. So
more.
people buy them for gifts or clients or whatever,
Right.
it's half. And we've actually had people do fundraising. So you buy them by as little as 20.
Make that extra
and then
$10.
you can make it $10 off every calendar, do
Right.
a fundraising thing. So, but you gotta act fast, because I don't know. I think they might sell out faster than ever this year.
Yeah.
I hope that would be cool.
And you know, people have been using the calendar for how many years now? This Celebrate Everything calendar has been going for at least 5 years. So there's a lot of people who have that in their tradition. So we're excited.
Yes.
It's always a big day to be able to get those out in the world.
So yeah, you can check those out at shop.escapeadulthood.com. If Jenna hasn't already posted a link, I'm sure she will. There's a link in the description to check it out. So please do that, and I hope you enjoy. We've gotten some good feedback already from some of the Wonder and Whimsy people who've seen the calendar, and they've said might be the best one yet, because of
it's so timely.
theme that goes with it, right?
I think this year more than ever, the art is very cohesive, whereas the scattered brain sometimes, is inspired by all sorts of things. This year, his inspiration may have been the same inspiration that you had, the source. So maybe that's
the cause.
Yeah,
maybe the cause.
Maybe
is
there's a
better way.
common denominator here that we're not used to having of complete craziness. So that could be part of it, but that's just a theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you can make a song up and sing it for us later.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
One good thing about the COVID pandemic is that it is keeping us closer to home, and that it brought back family dinner for many of us. This is one of the things that remains in what people refer to as a new normal, then I am all for it. This painting, entitled Home Fries, is a reminder that home is where the heart is, and the place our heart gets nourished most is around the dinner table. Now, in the last 100 years or so, we've seen technology bring about more advancements than the rest of human history combined. We've come a long way, baby. For the most part, these advancements have served us well. We're able to produce more food, travel longer distances in less time, eradicate once deadly diseases, and improve the length and quality of our lives. Unfortunately, we're so eager to reach for the new and improved that we often throw the wisdom of the ages right out the window. It's dangerous to be too quick to discard the traditions of the past as old-fashioned and out of touch. Now, one such tradition that seems to be going the way of the dodo bird is the family dinner. Our busy, packed schedules have pushed this old-timey tradition to the brink of extinction. After all, with so many things going on these days, who has time to gather together all at once? And with such full plates, family dinner is often the first to go. The rise of fast food joints and microwave ovens have made it seem like an easy sacrifice. Unfortunately, the very thing we're sacrificing is the health, intimacy, and future of our family. As Miriam Weinstein wrote in her book, The Surprising Power of Family Meals, we've perfected the segmentation of the family. Nobody has to eat the same food, watch the same show, listen to the same song, let alone sing it. She says, we love to imagine the French with their lush tables or the Italians with their big families, but we prefer to gobble our takeout, our home delivery, our single-serve microwave on the run, in front of the TV, in the food court, or in the car, while we dream of quality time, of family vacations, of someplace far away. If you care at all about your family, you may want to reconsider the importance of family dinners in your life. The National Center on Addiction and Substance Abuse at Columbia University did a study that divided teenagers into 2 groups. The first group had dinner with their family 5 times a week or more. The second group had dinner together with their family 2 times a week or less. The results were astounding. They discovered that the kids who ate dinner more often with their families were up to 45% less likely to smoke, drink, use drugs, be suspended from school, or have sex at young ages. They're twice as likely to get A's. Kids who frequently eat dinner with their families are likelier to confide in their parents or at a lower risk for thoughts of suicide. Other studies from a wide variety of divergent fields have found equally surprising results. Regular family dinners discourage obesity and eating disorders and make kindergartners better equipped to read even more than getting read to. Isn't it amazing to think how much depends on dinner? Now, please note, we're not talking about gourmet dinners here. The study didn't say anything about preparing meals that would make Bobby Flay weep. And the conversation, it doesn't have to be all that engaging either. Heck, in my house growing up, a typical dinner conversation often included my dad farting and blaming it on a duck under the table, which resulted in giggles from me and my two brothers and an icy glare from my mom, which usually was concealing a nearly undetectable smirk. Oh, and my dad also had a penchant for asking the same stupid, boring question every single night. How was school today? Naturally, we'd respond with the same stupid answer. Fine. But the thing is, if by some freak occurrence something actually did happen at school that I wanted to talk about, I knew my dad and mom would be there to ask that question. That shared time together, that calm amidst the storm that we call life, is so vitally important. In a world that often seems like it's gone crazy, the best thing you can do for the health and sanity of your family is to step off the hamster wheel once a day and share a simple meal together. The conversations that do occur help parents to learn more about their kids' lives and help them to better understand the day-to-day challenges their kids are facing. And maybe regular family dinner time is tough to swing. Who says you can't make breakfast your regular meal time? If every parent knew how important eating dinner together as a family was to their children, something that used to be an unquestioned element of family life, I think we'd see a lot more people doing it. If you struggle finding time to corral the troops for mealtime on a regular basis, I encourage you. No, I beg you, try harder. Not only is it a pretty good way to escape the hustle and bustle of the outside world for a few moments each day, the benefits it provides your kids are priceless. And if family dinners are already a part of your routine, good for you. Why not give it even more attention, intention, and fun? Life, it's pretty fast. Technology is making it even faster. Don't get so sucked into the promise of the future that you abandon a time-tested ritual that our ancestors knew to be vital. Bring the tradition of eating dinner together back into the fabric of your life. The health and happiness of your family depends on it.
And luckily, in our house, we have quite the Bobby Flay. Not me. Jason does a really good job of being our family chef. And the kids often join in on the dinner preparation.
Mm-hmm.
You've had quite a few sous chefs join you the last few years.
Yeah.
It's a special time.
Yeah,
you know?
it is. It's fun to be able to include them in it, teach them skills. But yeah, I mean, I can't imagine not having our regular dinner time.
Right.
It's something that we both had growing up. It's something that we've made a commitment to from the get-go. But, you know, I think it's also just important too for anyone, even if you don't have kids, if you're in a relationship with someone and maybe things have gotten a little stale, it's easy to get in your routine, or, you know, some people live alone, and the act of creating opportunities to have dinner together with the people you care about,
Right.
and making that effort. It doesn't, you know, it could be like, hey, I made a casserole. Do you mind if I come over? Like, it doesn't have to be this
Yeah.
big thing. But
or
just
Zoom dinners, which is something we
Yep.
saw a lot of back in April, May, June, when people weren't leaving their house as much, is like literally having dinner with friends by Zoom, and you can have mac and cheese, you know, you can have a Pop-Tart. It doesn't matter what you're eating. So it's pretty, a friend of ours, Scott, who's an artist from Colorado. Every once in a while we see him popping on here. He has instituted this new crazy idea of Sunday family dinner, but they open it to their COVID bubble of a few extended friends and family, and they have a nice Sunday evening of like,
and it's like a standing invitation.
Yes.
Like whoever comes, it might be anywhere from 8 to 15 people
Right.
that show up. you
right,
know?
whoever these people are in their lives, and their kids are high school, college age, so they often have their friends or boyfriend or girlfriends over or whatever. And but we've seen some pictures, and I have to say it's pretty inspiring of like, this is just a regular occurrence in their week. So good for you, Scott. It's very inspiring to see traditions, old school, old-timey traditions coming back.
Yep. It's like I said, it's been a good thing about COVID is that some of us have been forced into it.
Right.
I like what Rachel says here. I spend all day with my kids and still ask them how their day was. They usually say, "You were there." I remind them that I was there, but I'm not them, so I still want to know how the day was for them. Another little trick for if you get the whole like thing my brothers and I used to do, like fine, right?
Everybody has that answer, right?
One of my little tricks I like to share is to play two truths and a lie, where you basically have your kids say 3 things about their day. 2 of them have to be true and 1 has to be a lie, and you're going to guess what the lie is. And then it becomes a game to try to like fool you, right? And then you at least
actually get 2 truths about their day,
and you probably will laugh over whatever their lie was. So try
and
that.
Depending on their age, you can totally tell what the lie is immediately.
Yeah, right. But I guess that's practice for getting them to lie better. I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, it's kind of a fun thing to get kids talking and get things going.
By the way, I think it was Kathy Rose, and I forget who else said about that claymation graphic you used of Davy and Goliath. Or David. That was classic. Was Goliath the dog?
I think so.
Okay, we totally watched that growing up. So how fun is that?
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think it's time to get our drawing supplies out and let's get drawing. All right, dudes, let's do this. Those of you who are joining us for the first time, well, I guess first of all, this is a good time to remind people to share the show right now if you haven't already, because this is a good time to draw with friends. Yeah. Say, hey, we're all drawn. Get over here. Let's do this. So we're going to draw something. I was almost going to say we're going to draw something fun tonight, but I say that every time, and my pencil isn't working for some reason.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to have to do this with my fingers.
What? Are you serious?
I don't have a choice.
Wow.
All right, so let's see if I can do this. So yeah, if you have something to draw with, something to draw on, in my case, I have a finger to draw with, and my iPad hopefully will still work.
Do you want me to go get one of the pens from the kids?
No, that's okay. We'll do this. All right,
this is
so
going to be interesting.
here's what we're going to do. There we go. Okay, a little. It's fine.
This is killing him, you guys.
It'll be okay.
It's gonna bother him way more than us.
Right. It's a fairly uncomplicated drawing tonight, so
it's all right. You can do it. You can do it. Oh man.
Let's do this. Okay, that's it, guys. That's it's 2 French fries in a field. That's what it is. All right, I'm going to draw a little lines on either side there. Okay. And then I'm going to draw a curvy line like this. And then I'm going to draw another curvy line like this. It's a little tricky to see where my finger's in the way. Okay, now I'm going to draw a series of rectangles here. And I'm going to kind of space them out a little bit. And there's a reason for this. But they're going to be long, and you can kind of probably tell that we're looking in the French fry direction here, right? And the ones on the end, I like to kind of curve out a little bit, just to give it a little bit of personality. Now for the ones in the middle, I'm going to draw partial rectangles, and it's going to give it the illusion, Michael, of depth.
That's for Rachel.
And just drawing in some little extra
By the way,
fries
Steven,
behind it.
who made it, welcome Steven, says Flash can do anything.
You know.
You know? So he's got confidence in you.
If I was really Flash, this would be over by now. All right, so I'm going to go with the little favorite color scheme that we are also familiar with. This red. Something about the red. Let me get that a little bit bigger. That red color works good. Now, this is, turning out just to look like regular fries, right?
Which I have a feeling is not where you're going to end.
A little twist.
Yeah.
It's a twist, but it's going to be kind of a subtle twist. And color in my yellow here with my fries.
That would be kind of fun with your finger. Like, because your finger width is like the same size as the
Yeah,
fries.
it's working out pretty good.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty
could
good
be much
drawing
worse.
for the pen to, it needs to be plugged in probably.
Yeah, well, it gave me troubles earlier. I had to plug it in so it would recognize it, but the battery might be dead too. And all right.
Good time for finger fries.
Finger fries. Okay, now we're going to add some whimsy here, guys. And I'm going to go back to my top layer, and I'm going to bring this down, and I'm going to get my black again.
We should have like a drum roll for this part.
All right, now this is going to be tricky because it's actually, I'm going to actually make it bigger. I don't usually do this.
No, you don't.
All right, so this will make it easier for me. So I'm going to draw 2 little dots here.
Oh, I see where we're going.
All right.
Who's with me? You got this?
And then a little smile. But this is the kicker. Okay, ready?
Oh. Oh.
Now, these are French.
Oh. Let's see. Here we go.
What do you got?
Heck yes, I did.
I guess you
So
did.
these are French fries.
That's adorable.
And another little, well, here, we're going to go next level on this. I wasn't planning on this, but
Next level.
it needs even just a little bit whimsy. And if you've been following along for the weeks and weeks, we're at show number 24, by the way.
Right.
If you've been following it along, you may remember my best tip for making something instantly whimsical. And
Can I guess?
do you know what it is, Kim?
Levitation.
Levitation.
Hey, this is going to be kind of like when Bob Ross would have his little things that he always came back to. Levitation.
Levitation. That's going to be my
I
word.
know. It's like his happy
God,
little
I always
trees.
talked about levitating. things to make
Why did
things
he
whisper.
levitate French fries?
So
Why not?
all you have to do is draw a little. Now I took a color that is slightly darker than the background, and I'm just going to make a little oval, and color it in, and all of a sudden now it looks like it's just like
levitating.
it's floating. And if you make a little,
Instant whimsy, you guys. Instant
and now
whimsy.
we've got some French fries levitating.
I have to say, when you did that first little side of the mustache, for some reason I saw the Kool-Aid Man. And I have no idea what the Kool-Aid Man's mouth is like, but all of a sudden I was like, he's turning this into the Kool-Aid Man!
Oh wow! No,
So,
that wasn't
no.
wasn't the intent. But hopefully you enjoyed drawing those French fries with me.
What French name should we give him?
That's a good. I don't know what French name should we give him, you guys.
Jason took French, so did you have a French name in your French class?
Jérôme.
Oh, did you have to say it like that with your tongue? Jérôme.
Yeah.
I can't
Oui.
do that.
Oui.
I can't do
bien.
that. No, it's sprechen Sie
Wow.
Sprechen Sie
trying.
Deutsch
Keep
in
trying.
high school. I spoke German in high school, not 20 some years later. So that's what we got.
Okay, we got Pierre.
All right,
Pierres.
Pierre. That's good. That's
Pierre, the French.
Mhm.
Jacques. I like
good.
that.
Yes, nice.
Steven says looks like a
Pierre.
Pierre. I can't
That's-
argue. Boy,
yeah.
everyone. This is like
That's like the
unanimous.
go-to French name.
Pommes frites.
No, Jérôme. I should have practiced.
Our French
that.
teacher was a hoot, man. He was like
Really?
as skinny as all get out. He's like a pencil. And he would just stand up there, and he had crazy hair, and he would just like talk French.
Was
the
he
whole time.
American, but he lived in France, or there's always a good story with like
I don't
teachers.
know. He
that
lived with his
foreign
mom.
language. Okay.
And went to France all the time. Went to French. He went to French like all the time. That's how they say it. Don't argue with me. I took it for 2 years.
How many years ago? Raphael.
Raphael, like that. Barb says she took German for 3 years as well.
See? I'm sure you can
Something
speak
tells
more
me
than
she's
I
better,
can. Yeah, I know.
better than you.
I know.
All right. Well, we got a little sneak peek to share, don't we? Kim?
Yes, we do. All right, Jason just informed me as I'm lifting these off the ground that they're wet.
Yeah. So first of all, this is going to be a part of gallery night, which is coming up very, 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 very soon.
Yeah.
Specifically November 11th, and we're having it's basically a very special show of the Escape Adulthood Live, but it's going to be off the hook, you guys. We're going to be transforming this room that we are currently in. We're going to have our kids as staff, and we're going
They
to
may
have
or may not have official uniforms.
a little bit of an art show here, and I'm going to tell you some of the stories behind the paintings that I've been working on over the last several months. You will have an opportunity to bid on and buy some of these paintings. We have some really cool things. I'm hoping in the next couple weeks we'll be able to share some of the limited edition items that I've created for it. We're hoping to have this auction is going to have like 50 items in it, and it's going to be a whole range of price points. So we want to be able to have everyone be able to play along and have fun, and it's going to be a blast. And I think the most important thing, though, this is inspired by Wonder Night, which we were not able to have this year. But the whole point of Wonder Night is not just to have an art show, not just to sell art, not just to talk about art. It's to provide inspiration and to provide hope and to have an evening. And I don't know if you really thought about it or not, but November 11th is a little over a week after the election. And I think we're all going to need a little pick-me-up one way or the other, because this year and this season has been very divisive and rough. So we're encouraging you to invite friends and family over if you're able to have anybody over, or if you want to do a virtual watch party. We already have people who are talking about having a little dinner together and then watching the show on their TV, or things like that. And people have said they're doing like popcorn, fancy
Upscale
popcorn party,
appetizers,
with, things like that. So I'd love to hear your ideas on what you're thinking about. But we want to invite you to be a part of it, because it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're pulling out all the stops for this one. And so a couple of the things that will be on the agenda there.
Oh, Deb.
I'm going to see if I can get my my camera up here.
Yes. Yeah. So, Jason, you just added the Vote for Pedro t-shirt, didn't you?
Oops.
Ooh, let's see if we can get this to play. It always has to take a second. I think it's a Wi-Fi thing.
Might be.
But maybe I'll stick them up here well, the camera likes them back there better. But,
well, you can talk about it for a second. I'll see if I can pull this up.
A lot of people know about Jason's little pop culture little people. And this one happens to be Napoleon Dynamite, and like I said earlier, they're still wet. So he was adding a lot of the details. I love his shirt.
Almost done. Yeah, I'm still working on his. So
cute. This is what did he wear this to the dance? Is that the outfit he wore? Yeah. Here we go.
All right. So here's Pedro. I love how his little hair turned out. His little wig.
Yes, because he shaved his hair off.
It took a long time to get his mouth right, because for those of you who remember Little People, these little Fisher-Price guys, they have a certain look about them, and so I want to try to remain true to that. And so I wanted to make it look like that weird look that Pedro's got. Here's Deb, worked on her today with her little fanny pack.
I love the little shadows in her hair.
And her hair.
So cute.
What did that say? So she is done. Pedro is done.
Okay.
And Napoleon, I'm still working on his shirt. So the shirt's pretty much done.
His curls. Can you go up on his curls? It's epic.
There's a little hair on there.
Okay. Go up by his curls. Those are so cute. Oh my gosh. I love it.
So I gotta clean up those words a little bit.
Okay.
My little perfectionist side, but he's almost done. I just gotta wait for it to dry, or else it'll smear all over the place. But those are those are the Napoleon. Now these will be all together as a set of these little dudes, and
I think they turned out so cute, and it really. Obviously, if you haven't seen Napoleon Dynamite, I mean, the humor's not for everybody. Is it dry humor? Is that what you'd call it?
Yeah, it's definitely a cult hit.
I
was reading an article about it the other day. There's like practically no plot behind it, the traditional plot, but I love it, and there's a lot of great
good music and good. It's just you can't take yourself too seriously when you're watching Napoleon Dynamite, and that's really what we're all about, Charlie Brown. So
Not taking yourself too seriously.
yes,
Yeah.
right.
So that was just one of the little pieces, but I've got some other cool things in store. We'll be sharing as we go along here. But right now, I want to shine some light on some of the Adultitis Fighters in our audience.
Oh, and by the way, before we start this, Steve Arnold, exactly. He says, Napoleon's curls remind me of SpaghettiOs.
Yeah.
Totally. Awesome. All right, you guys, you really came out with the art last week.
Yeah,
Oh,
last week's cactus art we got
there's
probably more submissions
Yeah.
than we've ever received.
We have
So apologies if we weren't able to fit you on the show, but we had too many. So
Shia, this guy. Look at that mustache.
That's
That's
an
committed.
epic mustache.
Right? I love it.
Yep.
Dorothy and
Great job,
yeah,
Dorothy.
the eyebrows on that guy are just saying it all.
That's pretty good.
Mhm.
This is our son Ben, and I had to show his. It might be a little hard to see, but he's holding Arby's curly fries, and I don't. Was there a joke I said last week or
Yes.
something
Oh,
about
we
it?
said the Arby's hat.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's right.
And so he took it. I think he's learning from you, Stephen, where, you take one little thing that gets said and then you go a direction with it. So they're watching you, Stephen.
Yeah,
They're
so
watching you.
He's got a little, and I thought that was appropriate for our theme tonight with the fries. So.
Yep, that's pretty awesome.
And then Helen did a
Oh,
great job.
Helen.
This looks like crayoned. I think she's got a little shading going on there, and I love that mustache. But she was inspired with that mustache.
She was
wasn't
inspired by the love of her life, Mr. Hubby,
Isn't that-
who has the same mustache.
That's like a spitting image right there.
That is like adorable.
That's pretty good.
I love it so much.
I love that. She has a great smile, by the way, doesn't
Yes,
she?
she does.
A very joyful smile.
Yeah.
And then, last but not least,
Oh, Kathy.
Kathy Rose sent this in at the last minute, and I was
Oh.
able to get this in the show, and I had to. It looks, I
I
think it's
love it.
watercolor.
It did look like watercolor.
And she says, "EA night. It's what I'm doing on Wednesday." So I've never seen a cactus with legs before.
That is pretty epic. I love how he almost looks like an opera singer or something. Like,
Heck yes, I did.
Yeah, she put legs on him. That's what she did.
She did. And by the way, she said that the first time she saw Napoleon Dynamite, she almost laughed herself to death.
That's unfortunate. I'm glad she didn't, but
We're glad that
Yeah.
it didn't come to that. But
I think the whole first time I watched the movie, like I was like,
what is
I
happening?
looked like Napoleon.
Yeah,
right? I was
maybe
like,
that's part of the mirroring mentality.
What do you think? Gosh. So yeah. So great job, you guys. Keep those coming in. Have you got a
Jimmy
chance to draw?
Fallon nod, she says.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So there must be. I'm wondering if it's how she worded how it was said. Like
Okay.
that's what I'm doing tonight. Is that like a Jimmy Fallon?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'd be interested
Inform
to know
us
about that.
more. We love.
I love Jimmy Fallon,
We
but
love
it's been a long
Jimmy.
time since we had a chance to watch him.
Yes. In fact, we saw a couple of his in-home things. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. So if any of you watching this, and you don't have to watch it live to be able to participate in the drawing, obviously. If you draw the fries tonight, send it to the email on the screen, kj@escapeadulthood.com. We'd love to feature you because obviously we love seeing the little twists that people take with it.
It's so much fun.
It's time now for Meme of the Week.
Oh
no, one more. I forgot about
Catherine.
this one. Catherine,
this is not. Yeah, this is not for. This is one of those creative takes that you're like, whoa, what does she got going here? She's got paint. She's got the drawing, of course, but then she's got like a mixed media.
Yeah, she went mixed media. She's got these found objects that she first draws the little drawing and then does her own version with found objects. And she had another picture she sent with
all these
other
little
items that didn't
things.
make it in, but
Right.
maybe will come into the next one. So I was like, that was
What a cool,
very, very
very
clever.
childlike, very
And,
creative.
love it very much. So thank you for sharing that one, taking it to the next level.
Yes. Meme of the
Meme of the
week.
week.
Oh, man walks into a bar, orders a Corona and 2 Hurricanes. Bartender says, that'll be 2020.
That's how we feel about it, right? It's a good one.
I feel like you could add way more after the 2 hurricanes, though. Fires,
Yeah,
like come
right.
on, they could have gotten more creative, but
Yeah.
we all know
It's pretty
we
good.
know.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
A couple fun things from some Adultitis Fighters. We got a little bit of a theme tonight, don't we, Kim,
Yes.
about Halloween decorations, kind of like unconventional.
Last
Halloween decorations,
Wednesday
right?
on Whimsy Wednesday, if you're part of the Escape Adulthood League. If you're not, where are you? What
free.
are you doing?
It is free.
Right? It's basically our version of Facebook without all the advertising and political BS.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
escapeadulthood.me. Check it out. It's
Yes.
free. We have a lot of fun things going on.
So every Wednesday, I have a post called Whimsy Wednesday. And last week, I asked, show me your whimsy. Show me your Halloween whimsy. And you guys, there were so many cool. Halloween is like the easiest whimsy. It's whimsy. Like, it's how many times
say
can I
that
say
again.
whimsy? Okay, so this is just a few examples of the Halloween whimsy. Lynn, is Christy Ward on tonight? Did you see her pop up yet?
I don't
think
know.
I did. So Lynn Carter, who is a former Escape Adulthood employee, by the way, down in Missouri. We missed you, Lynn. She put up this amazing little bat that was crocheted by fellow Adultitis fighter Christy Ward, who has also crocheted us Penguin, who we love.
Anyway, she says she's famous. It turns out she's got a name for him.
Sammy? Okay,
Sammy.
you asked, what should we name it? Okay, so this little guy is waiting. I know you were saying that your boss was coming in the next day, and hopefully he would be kind of surprised. But what a fun place to put a bat.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I love it. Very cool, Lynn.
What else we got? Jill
Mm,
went camping, decorated her campsite
love it.
for Halloween.
Love those little
And,
pumpkin, the jack-o'-lantern lights.
What you can't see here is Marty, the penguin, is involved, and he is actually, I think he's riding on the broom of the witch in the middle.
Oh my gosh.
And she's got these
Did
little
she do a
pumpkin
close-up
things.
too? I missed
You
that.
could tell when the picture is
Okay,
bigger, but
okay.
yeah,
That's awesome.
It's kind of a hidden thing. She says, "Can you spot Marty?" And if you look closely, I
Christy-
think that's where he's at.
Christy Ward is on. Did you see your bat, Christy, that in the last picture? Go back. Okay, can you go back or no?
Yeah.
There it
There it
is.
is.
Sammy.
There it is.
Sammy the bat. All right, what else do we have?
We've got Sarah
Aw,
Stoneweber
Sarah
with some
is
little costumes.
She's getting known to be the best neighbor ever, by the way. Her COVID neighborly skills she just brings so much joy to her neighborhood. So first she said
Tell me about this.
her friends had to get dressed up, but now she's planning, because Halloween is a Saturday, they have a little safe cohort of neighbors that do connect, and she's planning the shenanigans for Halloween because
Nice.
I know. So this was just the start of the fun, you guys, is Halloween costumes for Babu Weber in the middle. Many of you know he has come to the several summits, and then some other little friends. That little dog is like adorable.
Pretty adorable with the little hat and cape. Yep.
And then-
Ashley is my favorite. I
Aw.
love these.
This is artwork that her two sons created out of Q-tips. Yeah, we're totally doing this, by the way. And then she basically put them on her kids' photos in the frames as like kind of a fun Halloween decoration. What a neat idea.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
I
They're just
know.
something very Tim Burton-ish or reminds me of Disney, like just that little
Yep.
like freeform.
Well, what did we watch the other night? We watched,
Corpse Bride.
yes.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of that in it, with just
Mhm.
that jangly. They look jangly. Is
Yeah.
that a good word
Yes,
for it?
and I
Yeah.
love the long arms coming up, and so we totally got to make these with the kids. That
It's
is
pretty good.
really, really fun.
Pretty good. So
Mhm.
great job, you guys. Thank you for sharing all that good stuff. If you have any adultitis fighting shenanigans you would like to share with us, send it to kj@escapeadulthood.com. We would love to see that for sure, right?
Yes, for
All right,
sure.
well, it's time for a giveaway. We're winding to the end, and this has become, I think, my favorite part of the show.
Who was our winner last week?
Last week's winner was Julie Rhodey.
Yes.
I believe that's how you pronounce her name, but I could
She
be wrong.
won the pillow, and we have not yet gotten that in the mail. It will go in the mail very soon for you, Julie. So
Yes.
congratulations. What's the question today?
Well, the question today, before we reveal the prize, we'll do the question. The question you have to answer. This is, again, the benefit of watching live is you get a chance to win cool stuff.
All right.
And the question is, what is the most adultitis-ridden prize you can imagine finding in a Happy Meal?
Ooh.
I think there's a lot of room for some good answers in this
What
one.
is the most adultitis-ridden prize you can imagine finding in a Happy Meal?
Could go a lot of different directions on that one.
I think I've got one.
Okay, what do you got?
Is it too soon to share?
No.
Okay. I would say a red pin. Pen.
Pen?
Pen. P-E-N. I knew you were going to say that.
got a thing in our house where Kim is unable to distinguish between pin and pen, and which is unfortunate because we named our son Ben.
Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Ben.
No,
it's all the same in my
you
head.
You
It's
say
all the
Ben
same.
correctly, but
I
yeah.
don't know.
So pen.
A
like
pen.
thing,
Like a red
utensil,
pen that
you write with.
someone
Okay.
that usually a teacher who is grading my spelling would use to circle every word on the page. So adultitis written object is a red pen telling you did everything wrong.
Mm.
Okay, do you see where I'm going? It's
I think
deep.
even worse would be a black pen that's like empty. Because black is boring. Red would at least be fun.
Yeah,
Or a blue
I'm
pen.
associating the red with the trauma.
What can they win, by the way? What is the prize at hand here, Kim?
I literally don't know.
Right there. It's right down.
The calendar?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things down there, you guys. I gotta clean up. All right, here we go. Remember this?
All right. What do we got? What do we
You can
got?
win this.
Jen says calculator.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
I love it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
What else we get?
Good, Jen. Mm-hmm.
Toothbrush. What we went by? Toothbrush and toothpaste.
Yes. Even when you get them free from the dentist, it's not that exciting.
How about this? A federal tax form.
Oh, yes. That's good.
And Rachel says nail clippers.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Who
Pretty
wants? Yeah. No, you don't need them.
Vegetables, Kristen says.
Oh.
Yes. Here's your prize, Brussels sprouts. Congratulations. Mary Beth, number 2 pencil.
That's very adultitis written.
Yeah, with some sort of Scantron form,
Ooh,
right?
yes,
That would be good.
The ovals. Mhm.
Christy Ward says tube of Bengay.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Kelsey, calculator.
Mhm.
Steve Arnold, toy cell phone.
I always have to be on my phone, right?
Victoria, a packet of Metamucil.
Oh, that's good.
We got dental floss.
Ooh,
dental
nice.
floss.
Yeah.
Linda says acne cream.
By the way,
You know,
but yeah.
I had to say that.
Anytime Linda Kotecki comes up, it's actually Walt.
Yeah.
He definitely needs to get his own account, but he
doesn't have a
will not.
Facebook account.
So
It makes my mom mad because he posts things like acne cream under her name. So Helen would like thinks a free colonoscopy gift certificate. That would be a really
2 for
nice
1, maybe.
His and hers. What
Oh.
else we got? Tylenol.
Tylenol.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be.
It's just so
it'd be one of those
symbolic.
things you'd be like useful, but
It's like extra strength Excedrin.
we got Mike says liver.
Oh, yeah.
That should be another question of like what on the McDonald's menu would be worse off by incorporating liver.
Ooh.
Like a liver milkshake.
Oh.
What a brochure for an assisted living home.
Ooh, there you go.
A lot of dental floss.
Yeah,
People are really,
dental floss. Very
really
adultitis.
strong about
Really.
if they open up their Happy Meal and there's dental floss, they are not going to be happy about it at all.
Makes sense. Well,
Coupon for Depends.
it does bring up that question.
Shoehorn.
Oh, a shoehorn. I haven't thought about a shoehorn in so long.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely,
How about this?
Oh, Kara.
Gross.
That's good.
Tums.
Tums.
Yep.
Yep. That would be a little bit of a bummer.
Lynn says couples colonoscopy so romantic to wake up from the haze of anesthesia together. Oh, yeah.
I could hear the
And
music in the background. Lynn, on
Stephen
that
correctly points out that anything is made worse. with liver.
Oh, that's
Although
right.
Linda Kotecki, if she is watching this evening, actually likes livers, like chicken livers. She would always get fried chicken liver.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
it's all full circle.
Full circle, friends. The good ones, you
How
guys.
about compression socks?
Oh,
That's good. Thank you guys for sharing. That's why I love this. You make my day with these amazing ideas. So
and someone's going to take this home tonight, so we'll be in touch with the winner.
yes, we will be
soon.
announcing that right after the show. We'll pick a winner. reminder, we talked about family dinner time tonight, and we have a free ebook that is in the Adultitis Fighter arsenal.
It's a good one, you guys.
If you haven't checked it out, it is ways to make mealtime more fun. So just to spruce things up. And some of these, like it's for families, not just families.
Right.
It's for anyone you're having dinner with, you can use these ideas. And it's totally free if you are an Escape Adulthood Insider. If you are not, become one. Just go to escapeadulthood.com/insider. You'll get a link to the arsenal. If you are an insider, just go to any issue of the Insider, and at the very bottom there's a link to the arsenal where you can find this and many more awesome free downloads.
Yes, and I wouldn't say most importantly, but the thing that we hear most about being an insider is Jason's Sunday morning message. And again, I've been talking to Wonder and Whimsy Society members this week. I'm calling each one of you little by little, and that's what I keep hearing. Is like, I just love Jason's Sunday morning insider. It just starts my week out on the right foot. It's kind of like the thing that I look forward to in my inbox. So it's cool to hear that again and again. So thank you for being an insider, and that's where we announce the most important stuff as well.
Yes, that's where you can stay in the loop of everything that's worth being in the loop about. And just a reminder of the prescription is to institute that regular family dinner. And if you are already doing it, then think of a way to maybe mix it up and take it to the next level. Ask a question, get some conversation going. But it's a big deal, you guys. It's a little bit old-timey, but the benefits are priceless. So that is it, though, for us tonight, I think. Right, Kim?
Yes, it is. Thanks for joining us.
Until next time, Adultitis Fighters.
Shine on, spread whimsy, and be awesome.